Hello and welcome back to Nerd News Today. I'm Matthew, and on today's episode, we got a Hulk of a video here for you. That's a terrible pun. I just kind of want to get right down to business here because I'm really excited for this toy. Today we're taking a look at, from Diamond Select's Marvel Select line, we got ourselves a big boy today. We got the Red Hulk. Now, if you're not a big Marvel Comics fan and you're wondering why the heck the Hulk is suddenly crimson instead of being green, well, this is not Bruce Banner. This is, in fact, General Thunderbolt Ross. This is one of his arch enemies, the father of his love, Betty. And yeah, there's a thing that happened in the comics a few years ago where he got some gamma radiation of his own, and voila, he now became the Red Hulk. So it was a pretty cool twist at the time in the comics world, and it's still a pretty awesome thing here, and I'm very happy that we have now this guy immortalized in action figure form. And more so because this is, well, we got a little bit of story here, so sit down because it's story time about this action figure. So I believe that it was last year that Diamond Select released an Immortal Hulk action figure, and that thing was a beauty. It sold out. I unfortunately never got my hands on it, but in my opinion, it was the iconic version of the Hulk. And I say that even up against the Marvel Legends version, which is a very good version too. But yo, hey, if you guys have seen my videos about the Marvel Select figures when it comes to the very large characters like a Hulk, they are some of the best figures out there of that character, bar none. So that thing sold out. Eventually, hopefully, it will get a re-release. But in the meantime, we have a repaint here with one or two minor changes. And that's what makes this figure really cool for me because I missed out on that initial Hulk. This doesn't really replace it, but it's kind of a nice gift in between while I wait for that Green Hulk to come out again, or maybe I just go ahead and spend some big money on eBay. But before we start talking about the figure itself, let's talk about this packaging here. And this packaging is identical to anything that you get with all of the Marvel Select releases. They have this great big window here so you can see everything that comes with it, as well as give you a really great look into the packaging itself to see the toy. On one side here, we have a great illustration of the Red Hulk. It doesn't quite look like Ed McGuinness because I believe he was one who first drew the Red Hulk character, but it's actually kind of close in resemblance to that sort of style, just a few minor changes, a little bit more feathering here. But you can still basically see how he looks in the comics, and that's a pretty darn scary looking version of the Hulk, isn't it? Now, the back of the packaging here gives you a pretty big bio. I gotta say, for an action figure, it's actually a pretty big bio. It's just unfortunate that the font is a little teeny tiny there. Why Hulk so big but font so small? But even with that, I do appreciate that they gave you a full-on bio here and really fill you in on all the details about this character. And another really important thing about this packaging here is that they let you know who the artists were on this piece. And this figure was designed by Yuri Taming and sculpted by Gentle Giant Studios. But really, that is absolutely enough about this packaging because I have to tell you guys, holding this up in one hand has actually been kind of arduous. He is a lot heavier than he looks. So let's go ahead, take him out of the package, and get a better look at this Red Hulk from all angles. Alright, and here is our Red Hulk out of the packaging. He is a gargantuan figure. Talk about some value here. Let's do a quick rotation just to give you guys a full 180 of everything here that this Hulk comes with and looks like. Well, I shouldn't say comes with, because there's not really much else that he comes with besides what you're seeing right now. But yeah, let me just show you guys how he looks from every possible angle. Wow, I mean, this is a Hulk that does not miss any day in the gym. So again, this is a repaint of the Green Hulk body. So if you have the Green Hulk body, it's nothing you haven't seen already. If you don't have it, however, this is pretty much all brand new to you. And you have to admit, it is extremely impressive looking. Like man, talk about some anatomy here. Like they really just got it in every possible way. And what's really cool too is, I don't think they intended it to be looking like this, but it kind of does look a lot like how Ed McGuinness drew the character. And for me, that's like always the most iconic version of the Red Hulk, was that version. But yeah, so this body's a knockout. Even as a repaint, it's still just that good. It's still that strong. So let's spend some time now talking about the likeness though, because I want to really talk about that. So that is the one new piece on this Hulk figure. And it is great. I mean, it's horrible and menacing at the same time, but it's so good looking. I mean, just get a load of that smile. Like, that is frightening. That's certainly, I think, more frightening than the Hulk face, even the Green Hulk face, I should say. Yeah, just look at how this thing looks from other angles, too. I mean, they got the caveman brow. They got the cheeks. Like, oh, wow, no. It's kind of hard for me to even, like, really talk too much about the detail, because it's just really stunning. Man, I really am digging this piece here. It's just got such wonderful sculpting. They just nailed it. That's really the best I can say, is they just nailed it. Like, there's nothing that's really wrong with this piece. If anything, what's kind of fun about it is maybe unintentionally kind of reminds me a little bit of Akuma from Street Fighter. Like, do you see that too? Like, tell me it's not just me. And I think a part of that might also be the fact that his hair is like kind of spiked up like Akuma. So that's also doing it for me, but I don't mind that. I actually kind of like it. But yeah, something about this just feels extra ragey, and that kind of makes me think of Akuma, and that's perfect. I want to think about things like that. But yeah, wonderful job on the face. This is great. This is easily one of the best Red Hulks I've seen. I don't think there's that many out there. I think that Hasbro has done a Marvel Legend of it, but don't quote me on it. But if they have, if they haven't, I don't care. I'm really happy with this. Like, it feels like a perfect rendition of this character. And just so you can see the back of the head again a little bit more too, just because I feel like that's important. I mean, he doesn't even have a neck almost. It just recedes into his trapezius muscles, just right on up in there into the hair. So yeah, nothing bad to say about it. But yeah, actually, I think I do want to spend some time talking about the muscles a little bit more, because I mean, look at him. This is Vince McMahon's dream right here. If he had him on his card, you know, if he was a pro wrestler, wow, look at him go. But yeah, no, I mean, his arms, his back especially, it's just enormous looking. And it looks, you know, I'm not entirely, you know, super Mr. Anatomy guy, but it looks pretty accurate to me as far as what they're going for. It looks like a giant muscle man. I'm not going to start picking over, you know, which muscle is this and that and whatever, but this thing looks great. I mean, I almost feel like I'm ready to start seeing the sinews and that kind of thing, because it's just so taut on his skin. You know, same with the arms too. I mean, those are great. Just look at how vascular this Hulk is too. He's got this like great big vein in his bicep, as well as going into the forearms as well. Like, this is a strong, powerful looking Hulk figure. Man, it does not get any bigger or better than this. Hulk smashes workouts at the gym. That should be his Instagram. I mean, but yeah, dig those pectoral muscles too, and especially the abs. I mean, oh my god, those abs are enormous. His lateral muscles even, he's got the whole comic book lateral muscle thing going on with all like the extra little rib cage indentations over here. Just, yeah, great job. Just, wow. This just looks awesome. Like, these are enormous arms. So cool. I mean, you know, of course, as you go down the body, things do get a little bit smaller. That's kind of natural. But even then, he's still got some enormous legs. He's got some big old huge Hulk feet with, oddly enough, black toenails. Don't remember if they're just that way in the comics, or maybe he paints them. Don't know. Doesn't matter. But, you know, again, so if you haven't seen the body, this is what it looks like. It's great. I really like this body. That's one of the reasons why I dig this Hulk figure so much, is because this body is perfect. So that's the figure itself. Now, as far as accessories go, he is a little light, but keep in mind, you're looking at a 10-inch figure here. And in case you're wondering, yeah, that is the size of him. He is 10 inches tall. So that's a very, very, very big figure that you're getting here. So yeah, as far as accessories, you don't get much else. What you see right now on him is a pair of closed fists. So besides the closed fists, he comes with a pair of open hands. So why don't we go ahead and maybe try to do some swapping right now with some pieces and see if we can do that. It'd also be great if you can stay in fucking place. So while I'm doing this, let's see if it's actually easy to pull them apart or not. Oh, okay, cool. That's actually, wow, unexpectedly easy. I'm always worried about that kind of thing. But all right, let's see if they go in just as easily. Okay, yeah, that feels like it's in there. Let's see about you. Yeah, that's in. Okay. Wow, that was, okay, I was actually expecting a little bit more of a struggle with that. So I was unprepared for that. But that's how he looks with those hands in, and those are great hands too. Like, again, great sculpting, no new pieces there. The only new thing is that head, but looks great. I mean, these are just great Hulk hands. The one thing we do need to talk about, of course, is articulation. We need to go a little bit more in depth than that. So Hulk has basically the same articulation as any of these Marvel Select figures would normally have, but he's a little bit bigger, so that could cause some problems. You can even see like his joints are also enormous, but they're also kind of trying to hide the joints, which I appreciate. But let's get up back. We'll work our way down there. We'll start with the head, which is a ball jointed head, and there you go, pretty good. His shoulders are also ball jointed, so you can go up right in there, get some good wingspan. We do have the biceps, but these are, I mean, they do work and they do flex, but they are very, very stiff out the box. Likewise, there is a bicep swivel over here, but super, super tight. The wrists do bend and flex, that's cool. Our upper torso, well, that's moving. Okay, that's how these things should move. Look at that. It's like Zangief now. So the waist looks like it moves, but unfortunately it does not. And the waist, I don't think it ever moves on any of these Diamond figures, which is disappointing. I wish it would. Especially because you can just easily see this line here. So, I mean, maybe it's supposed to, but it doesn't feel like it is, because it's not moving. Typically, they don't. So, well, yeah, that's that. But let's talk about the legs, too. We have a nice big old bunch of legs here. Ball jointed. We got ourselves a thigh swivel. Always handy to have. Believe it or not, Hulk has double jointed knees. And, all right, well, these are actually flexible. Oh, one was flexible. I spoke too soon. There we go. Wow, so you can actually get Hulk to bend his knees. That's cool. And we have a swivel for the feet, for each of the feet. So yeah, pretty good amount of articulation here. Can we actually pose him? Let's see if we can do any posing on camera right now. All right, well, cool, there we go. See where the magic of counterbalance is. I've actually got him holding this pose, which is kind of cool. That's a very Hulk-like pose too. I don't know how long he's gonna stay in that position. I kind of want to risk it. Let's try it out. Wow, he's actually holding that pose. Okay, that's really impressive. I'm actually shocked by that. Let's see if he holds it all the way through the entire rotation. So a few other things I want to talk about here is the paint application, and there is nothing bad to say about the paint application. This is clean. This is gorgeous. This is how an action figure should look. Doesn't hurt. That's also an extremely simple paint application because you're just getting the red, you're getting the dark pants, you're getting the hair, which is the same color as the fingernails, more or less. Not really a ton going on there as paint, so super easy, and that's fine by me because it looks great. Let's talk about texture as well. Not a ton on this Hulk because he's just a bare-shirted dude. I mean, not bare-shirted, he's just a guy not wearing any shirt whatsoever. And well, we just finished that rotation, he's holding it. So congratulations, Hulk, you are perfect. So no texture because it's just a guy with, you know, his pants ripped off. That's it. There's not really any clothing or anything to talk about. You do have some neat texture in the muscles here and there. It's not entirely flat. There is some texture in certain spots, plus the muscles themselves are the texture. But nothing too crazy. It's not like there's, you know, chainmail or anything else like that on him. The hair is pretty pointy. That's going to be your kill point if you want to stab somebody in the face. Anyway, besides that, the pants also have a little bit of texture, but not a lot. So this is really kind of a, I don't want to say texture-free figure because it's not, but it's very slim on the texture. But that is, again, because I think that's meant to really highlight the muscles and the musculature that you're seeing through what pieces of clothing he actually has on. Because that's what the Hulk piece is all about. It's all about the muscle. It's all about the body. And the fact that you can also pose fairly easily is really great too. So that all works for me. Now, as far as this joint over here goes, that I wasn't able to actually show you how to bend because it's just like super duper tight. I'll try it one more time. No, I'm not going to try that. If you have a Hulk that has that same problem, just heat up the joints with some really, really hot water or get a hair dryer and hold on to the joint for a while. That should do the trick. But, you know, again, because these joints are not really entirely exposed, they probably are just a little bit harder to work with. So I'm sure once you actually get it, it should be okay. Because again, you can see how easy the shoulders are moving. You saw how easy this torso part is moving here. So it's a shame that the rest of them can't join, but at least it's not that far off. Now, I do want to show you guys also, for the sake of scale, how big this Hulk is. Because keep in mind I said he is 10 inches, but that doesn't mean much until you see someone next to him. So I've got a G.I. Joe classified figure. And, okay, well, he's over there somewhere. He's dwarfed by the Hulk. That's amazing. That is amazing. All right, well, how about we try, and keep in mind too, I should mention the G.I. Joe classifieds are basically the same size as the typical Marvel Legends. Marvel Legends might be a little bit taller depending on the character, but not by much. So you can just see how big this Hulk is. I've also got a basic Eddie Guerrero, just to show you how he looks with a Mattel figure next to him. Same difference though, and why the heck not? Since we have the Red Hulk over here, how about we bring the Monster Among Men over here? How about Braun Strowman? How does Braun Strowman look next to the Hulk? He looks like baby Strowman. He would stand no chance against this Red Hulk. So that's one of the things I like best about Diamond figures, and especially, as I've said so many times again and again in these videos, is when they do the big characters, that's when they do their toys the best. If you haven't seen their versions of the Juggernaut, you need to check that one out. They've done an amazing Thanos. Beta Ray Bill recently came out, which is a real stunning figure. So they've done some really great stuff, but really when they do the big figures, that's when they have a chance to like really show off. And that's what it feels like here. Like this Red Hulk feels like they're showing off. And they didn't really need to make a Red Hulk, but they had that mold for the Green Hulk, so why not use it again? And why not? Because, well, that Green Hulk was one of the best Hulks ever, like I have been saying throughout this whole video too. That Green Hulk, oof, I'm gonna need to get that Hulk from somebody. Yeah, so if you missed out on the Green Hulk, Red Hulk here isn't a replacement, but he is a very suitable counterpart to have with him. And yeah, if you get him, you're gonna really appreciate the Green Hulk even more. And truth be told, it would be pretty cool to have a tag team of the two Hulks together. So yeah, that's our look at Diamond Select's Red Hulk figure. If you want to pick up this Marvel Select figure for yourself or anything else from Marvel Select, or really anything you want, check out our Amazon affiliate links in the description below. If you click any of those links to make any purchases, no matter what it is, it helps this YouTube channel at no extra cost to you. And let me know what you think about this Hulk figure too. Let me know if you think he's worth the price, if you think he's a really cool figure. if you like him as much as I do, because, well, I seem to like this guy quite a lot. So until next time, I'm Matthew. This has been Nerd News Today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys later. Hulk smash!